Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon. Wherever part of the world you're actually watching this recording or you're live with me here, you all are highly welcome to do this week uh market breakdown. Uh, Pairs I'm looking to trade this week. Top pairs I'm looking to trade this week. Okay, you all are highly welcome. So this is how we do it here on this channel. Every week we always put out this video content talking about top pairs we're going to trade this week. So this week we don't really have much to do because of the unavailability or the fundamental release that didn't happen last week. So this week is more about waiting and an expectation of what the smart money or what the commercials and what the fundamental is going to be. So from my own little understanding, I learned that the fundamentals will be released Friday this week. That is the NFP data. Another data that as of follows to be released Friday this week. So before they also have some fundamental that are coming up this week. Okay, so this week is not a week where you have to prove that you are the top trader, you are the best, and all the rest of it. No, this is a week where you have to be patient and expect anything. Just expect anything. Market can just open and open with volatility. Market can just open and decide not to move. So this is a week where you have to be patient and then wait for the right move. And then you have to also zoom out to the higher time frame and see what is happening on the higher time frame also. So regardless of what the news or whatever is going to happen this week, there are things you need to look at for key levels, liquidity sweep. Look at those two things. Look at what is smart money doing on the higher time frame. Look at where they're actually trying to move price. And it's all about observing what they are doing. So it's not a week where you have to be right. It's not a week where you have to be wrong. Okay, it's a week where anything can happen. Market can decide to do anything. Structures could be invalidated. So many things can happen. So all we have to do is to be patient, reduce your exposure, and then be patient and see how things play out. Okay, so right here with me is GER 40. That's the German index 40. It was a very successful trading opportunity here on German index 40. I'm actually going to do a separate video review on this particular trade. I'm so happy, even though you're not expected to be happy or sad whenever you trade play out, but I'm so happy because this is a trade that almost everyone in the community partake. I was able to, from the beginning of this setup, from the point where price was here to this point, I was talking about the setup that it is coming. I told you guys that this guy is coming, you guys should be ready. I was like a prophet trying to preach the good news to everyone that repent, for the 40 is coming to make us rich. I was preaching, and then just few people. Nobody, of course, that is something about prophets. Nobody listened to them. More especially, prophets are not respected in their hometown. So that is how it always. But at the end of the day, I made money on this trade. I made money, and I'm so happy with the trade. It played out well, and I made cash. Okay, that is the most important thing. Whether anybody is listening, whether they are not listening, whether they are flowing, whether they are not flowing, what it is, it played out, and it was a very massive trading opportunity here. So like I said before, I'm still expecting a break of structure on this trade, but right now this was a very successful trading opportunity that happened last week. It didn't actually take much time for this trade to hit full TP. So right now we don't have anything. Even though price decide to give me setup here, I won't be taking it. I have to also relax and see how price will do. So before I can be able to see another buying opportunity on J40, I will need to see price giving me probably another setup into this level. Then I might start to look at for now. That will be the probably next month or thereabout. So for now, there is nothing on J40 for now because there is no key level right there on the top that I can even look at for. So nothing here on J40. It was a successful move. So congratulations to those that actually partake on this trade. It was a very beautiful move last week. Okay. And then also, these are the things that I have this week. I have these few things this week to talk about. Okay, Now I told you guys to remove GDP. I told you guys to remove card JPY, card CHF, because that pair is messy. It doesn't even have a base. So I look at the price action, it was very messy. So I just told you guys to just remove it. It was a very disappointing one. The pair didn't actually perform the way we expected it to perform. So, and not only that, it was in a very consistent downtrend. So there is nothing to look at for there on reversal until that particular pair gives us any sign of reversal. Okay, so this week, these are the things we have this week. I have something on. Okay, last week this Ethereum USDT played out, but I did not actually take the trade because I didn't see the confirmations I was looking out for. Even though I was able to see this, but I wasn't actually on the screen then to actually take this particular trade. So it was a very successful trading opportunity on ETH USDT, even though I did not actually partake on the trade. Okay, so now for US oil, you guys remember that for US oil, we'll have this particular setup on US oil. That was last week. Yes, this setup on US oil last week. I was expecting price to keep breaking structure to the upside while I keep holding this swing, but unfortunately price got to this level and decided to start pushing all the way down. So I closed all my positions, even the one that I took partial profit, everything was closed. The ones I closed there, because I was having like 4 running trade, so I was able to close to the remaining one. I closed at break even. So now this setup, I'm no longer looking at on that setup, but I have one I'm looking at for which I feel that could play out, and this is going to be on the daily time frame based on this key level. So this is the setup I have now on US oil. So this is what I'm looking at for on US oil. Okay, so you can see that I'll have a break of structure, and then price swept that liquidity up, and I'm expecting price to push back, to push into this level. So from here, I'm expecting price to push down to this place. I'm expecting price to push down to this place and complete this harmonic pattern with alignment with this key level, then give us confirmation for the upside. So we could see a bullish US oil into next year. Okay, we could see a bullish US oil into next year. But if that doesn't happen, if that does not happen, then price will continue pushing all the way down. It might continue pushing all the way down and feel this. I don't really know if this is broker gap or if it's a gap that everyone has, but then price could continue pushing all the way down into this level. But then let's see what happens from now to the end of this month, even this week as well. Let's see what happens from now to the end of this week. Let's see what price will do from now to the end of this week, because I'm seeing this other block here. So let's see what price will do. But this is a setup I have on US oil. Okay, so you guys should actually keep tap of that. Euro GDP. Like I told you guys, I'm still expecting a break of structure on Euro GDP. I'm still expecting a break of structure to the upside, but then price is actually refusing to break structure to the upside. So because of that, we can see that previously we have been very bullish on Euro GDP. Break of structure. We've been very much bullish on Euro GDP. Okay, but then from the look of things, it seems that price is trying to respect this key level of there. But then, like I said before, this week anything can happen this week. So, like I said, even if you're on this trade, I told you guys that this might actually play out. So, if you're taking this trade, please make sure that you're not over risking. You make sure not too much exposure on this Euro GDP. Everything is playing out well. In fact, I've actually achieved first target at TP1. That was last week before market close, and then price has given us this reaction right here. So let's see what price will do. Price could potentially come back into this level. If it respects this level, I keep pushing down, fine, it is beautiful. Okay, because anything can happen. So like I said before, if you're on the trade, good. If you're not on the trade, and then stay out and watch and see what price will do. If price respect this level, then you can look for entry to the downside. Okay, so that is that on Euro GDP. JP225, this was a break-even trade. I was expecting price to keep pushing all the way down to mitigate this key level of order block and then fill this gap here. But unfortunately, we didn't actually get that. Yes, we know that of course we are bullish on JP225. We are actually bullish. Break of structure, and then right now we now have another break of structure to the upside. Okay, so it was a break-even trade. price got to this level, took partial profit, and then price came back and then took us out at break even. So for now, there is nothing on JP225 because we just broke structure. So there is nothing on JP225. So I'm gonna be removing that into this place. Okay. So CHF JPY, beautiful trading opportunity that happened last week. Unfortunately, I didn't actually remember to share this setup with you guys. It was after the video recording that I discovered that this setup played out, and it played out massively well. So unfortunately, I didn't remember to share the setup with you guys on time, but it played out beautiful. It played out massively well. So for now, there is nothing to look at for on CHF JPY. There is nothing to look at for. There is no setup right now. So if there's anything that comes up within the week, I will share with you guys on the WhatsApp group. For now, there is nothing to look at for on CHF JPY. There's nothing to look at for on CHF JPY. Okay. So I'm also going to remove that one here. I'm going to remove that one here also. And then for NSD USD, like I told you guys last week, that I'm waiting to see what NFP data will do for me to actually take this trade. So I didn't actually do anything on NSD USD, even though when price was keep pushing up, I did not actually do anything. But I'm seeing this thing as liquidity. I'm seeing this as a trainer liquidity that price could likely take out. But it depends on what price do. So let's see if price can be able to respect this order block, take out this high as liquidity, probably tap into this level, keep pushing all the way down. So right now, you just keep observing to see what price will do on this setup. There is nothing to look at for here. We just have to keep observing and see what price will do on this guy. Let's see what price will do on this guy. Okay, so that is that on okay, so just put this right here. So that is that on NSD USD. That is that on NSD USD. Okay, so let's go to USD JPY. For USD JPY, it was a very massive trade that happened last week. Even though I did not actually took the trade, because I told you guys that I want to see what NFP data will do, and you can see that this is a huge level right here. It's a very huge level right here. A fair value gap that price reacted from, but then the key level was not clear. That was why I didn't actually partake on this trade, but it played out, and it played out massively well. Okay, it played out massively well. That was last week before market close. Okay, so right now there is nothing else on USD JPY. There's nothing on USD JPY, so I'm going to remove that. Then GDP CHF, yeah, we are actually seeing signs of bullish momentum on GDP CHF. I just hope that price will maintain this momentum. I just hope, because this guy can decide to mess you up. He can just decide to just mess you up, just like CHF. But then we are seeing some potentiality that price could actually keep pushing on the way up, because we are seeing a price respecting the lows and breaking the highs, taking out liquidities of the lows and keep pushing on the way up. So let's see what happens here as market opens this week, if price could keep pushing on the way up, because this is a good setup. We have key level, we have harmonic pattern alignment with key level, we have liquidity sweep, and then we'll have our entry confirmations. Okay, so let's see what will happen this week as market opens. Okay, so AUD NZD, good. For AUD NZD, I told you guys last week that I'm expecting to see what price will do, if price will respect this bearish crap. You all know that we are actually bullish on AUD NZD. We are bullish, and you can see what happened here last time. We had a break of structure. That was 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was 2022. We had break of structure here on the daily time frame, and after that break of structure, price traded into a key level that is unmitigated, and then we'll have this aggressive push to the other side. So right now in 2025, price have returned back into that key level of 2022, and it's reacting from there. We also have a break of structure, price have traded into that key level. So this looks very good. We have liquidity sweep, we have everything looks very great for this particular setup. But then, like I said before, this week anything can happen because of this delay in NFP data. So then, but let's see if price will respect everything. Let's see if price can be able to give us this setup at least to this 1.1100. So let's see what happens here as market open. So for now, this is a good setup. It's a very good, beautiful setup. Okay, so let's see what happens here. CHF, like I said, you guys, just remove this setup, remove this pair entirely from your watch list. Because let me show you guys what I mean by that. Because this pair doesn't have a base. It does not have a base right now. I don't know which base, I don't know which year that will form the base, but look at this pair. Look at this pair. It doesn't have any base. It does not have any base. So as other pairs are making all-time high, this guy is making all-time low. So it does not have a base. Okay, so for now, just remove this guy from your watch list. Okay, just remove it. For NSD JPY, we took a loss on this trade last week before market closed, and this was because of the fact that I didn't actually see the structure clearly. But right now, this still looks very good. The bias is still very much bullish. I'm still expecting a break of structure to the upside. So this setup is still very much good. Initially, it was supposed to be. I didn't actually see the structure very well. I saw the structure very well, I would have known that this shark of 0.886 will not hold because of the liquidity that is lying beyond the 886. So which price have reacted from right now. So this is a shark of 1.13, but even though 1.13 has not been fully tested, so I'm expecting to see what price will do. But right now everything looks very great for this setup on NSD JPY. Okay, so the stop loss for this trade is still very much this level. Okay, if price decides to push back again, maybe for the second time, you could actually take an entry. If price could be able to probably push into this level, this is going to be a good level for you to look for entry. Like I said before, I'm still expecting a break of structure, but then 886 could be a very good level for final target of this shark pattern. 886 could be a very good level for a final target on this shark pattern. So this will bring us to the end of this week market outlook. Yeah, so this will bring us to the end of this week market outlook. So for you guys that be watching the recording, if you have any questions at all, please use the comment section. And also, if you have not joined our WhatsApp group, please make sure you join our WhatsApp group. Also, if you want to join the HSM Academy for the one-on-one mentorship of HSM Academy, the link will be below this video. Also, if you also want to get a harmonic pattern indicator to start to see making profit before actually enrolling into the mentorship, you can as well use the link below this video to get the harmonic pattern indicator and then start to make profit for yourself. So I love you guys and I wish you guys a very profitable week ahead, and then we're going to meet next week as we review the outcome of this week market outlook. So till then, I remain your host, and I remain your host and your friend, Henry the Great. Subscribe to the channel so that you will not be able to miss any updates, and then like and share this video. Love you guys and wish you guys all the best, and then bye for now, guys.